guys, so on this episode we are going to start performing our oil system modification on this small block Dodge. Plain and simple, I guess is the best way to describe it. So, number 5 main cap is supplied directly from the oil pump, all on its own. Then number 4, 3, 2, and 1 are supplied from this lifter journal. All the oil runs through the journal, goes down to the main and up to the camshaft. Unfortunately, after about 5,000 RPM or less of sustained high RPM, it will starve number 4 and 3. You'll almost never see any damage on 2 or 1, but these are 90-degree passages. So oil doesn't flow at a 90 degree very well under high pressure, high stress. So essentially what we're going to do is we are going to block off the flow from number 1 journal here. What that does is the oil comes up the oil pump, feeds these all the way to the front, deadheads against our core plug we pulled out, and then it runs down to number 1 main journal, up to the camshaft, and up to this lifter journal here. This oil gallery gets filled after everything else. So what we're going to do is we have main bearing number 4, 3, and 2, and 1. We are going to block off the flow inside here to number 1, and that is going to dedicate more pressure to 4, 3, and 2 and allow them to survive better at higher RPMs. So next we're going to have number 5 has its own dedicated oiling, 4, 3, and 2 will be dedicated with one supply, and number 1 will be dedicated with another supply. Now you're wondering how we do that because we've got it blocked off. Simple and easy. We run a crossover tube from here on the lifter gallery over to here on this lifter gallery. And what that'll do, when it deadheads pressure here, it's going to come up, feed across, fill this lifter gallery, which is better for your lifters, and then it's going to go down to number 1. Now, honestly, it's like instantaneous. You don't got to worry about, oh, I'm going to starve number 1 on startup. No. Once your oil pressure hits, your oil pressure hits. It's everywhere. So that's the deal. I've proven you can save a crankshaft by doing it. Ask me how I know. And my 408 stroker lives quite happily when it likes to hit 7,000 RPM. And honestly, I've had the crank out of it since. Looks beautiful. The mains look good. So I firmly believe in this one. I have left an engine together without doing this, and I have toasted number 4 and number 3 main journals and toasted crankshafts because I am hard on equipment. So if this little upgrade works for me, it's going to work for John because he's almost as hard on equipment as I am. And we're going to give you the quick skinny on how to do her. Here goes. Now the fun part is getting the angle correct. Because we want to go straight into the journal, not down on the side of it, or straight into the gallery, not down on the sides of it. So judging by where our lifter bore is, eyeball it up with my calculated eye. It's not walking around, that should be an okay spot. Remember I was saying it was eating batteries? We're almost through. It's really not the shortest road in the world, but it is cutting centered, so we're happy. Yeah. Strictly? Yeah, we got a hole now. we're through. I just want to get rid of that last little burr. Like that. And that turned out really well. We're nice and
Exactly where we want to be.
nice and centered up. Beautiful. We didn't hit the sides. I hit the sides on one engine. It didn't really matter. It just made it more difficult to tap down. All right, and now we're going to this side. Because yeah, if you just go by, oh, the engine's centered up, and you drill over here, like that even, you're gonna hit walls. Yep, it'll be good once we drill it right through. Beauty. All right, all right, all right. Makes me happy.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Tapping cast iron is so easy. Okay, yeah. And I just go down till I'm at the bottom and I touch the lifter gallery on the other side. And that's where we're at now. And there we go. Nice threads. Pretty happy, and we can happily tank this engine without doing modifications afterwards. It's good to go backwards with your tap just to clean up the threads a little bit and carry on. And we really just picked the most convenient spots. Like we could have went here, no problem, but you don't want to go over here. It's too tight. You can't get the fitting tightened down properly. We don't want to go here because this edging on top of it, this casting number, whatever it is, we would have to grind it off to be able to get a smooth drill bit surface like to drill to. So these two here work for us. A nice easy crossover tube. If you make the tube short, you can still do it, but it's more of a bear to get the tube fit into the compression fittings. But we'll get to that later on.
There. Probably close.
Yeah, we're there. It just started tightening up a tiny bit, so yeah, I know we're good. Good consistent thread. Okay guys, so that's got our beat right now at this very moment in time. When we revisit this after hot tanking, we're going to install the brass fittings that go in here, and they're simple. They're just 45 degree 1/4 inch pipe thread brass fittings on male fittings on one end. They screw into the engine block here and here, and the other end of them is for a 3/8 compression union, and we fit a 3/8 copper pipe in between. So that's going to call our quits for today, and stay tuned for more handy tips and tricks on wonderful 50-year-old engines. All right, thanks guys.